to do this job is a supervisor here like Bella that needs her butt rubbed every 2 minutes. And of course you're gonna need, I'd suggest a small screwdriver or a dental pick, and this is just so you can get dirt and stuff out of there from around these bolt heads, so you don't round the bolt head off, because if you do that, you are just asking for problems, such as stripping the bolt, obviously. I use an impact. You don't have to. You could use a wrench, or sorry, not a wrench, a socket and a ratchet. And then, of course, I've got extra parts, so extra nuts that hold these in, and then I also have extra bolts. And I've got some other extra pieces that are just the deals that these sit in. I don't know the technical term for them. However, I always keep all that stuff on hand, and I've got 2 sets of blades on hand at all times in case I somehow wrecked all the blades at once. It is possible. I haven't done it yet, and I'm trying to keep that streak alive. But you'll need some right-hand turn blades and some left-hand turn blades, because as you watch these turn, you'll notice that, so this one's supposed to turn this way. So as this turns this way, these two are actually not turning the same direction. One's turning clockwise, one's turning counterclockwise. So make sure you put the right one on the right turtle. Otherwise, you'll have bigger issues, such as the simple fact that it doesn't cut. So you get your 5/8 on there, if it'll fit. If it won't, like I said, make sure you have something so you can clean this out, because if you don't clean it out and you try and you don't have a good grip on that nut, you're guaranteed to round it, and then it's a real pain in the butt to get them off. Further off, just clean that out, be done with it, move on with your life. Now we can get a good hold on the bolt. I don't know what the torque specs are supposed to be on these either, so just know that you have to do something with them. Now there's also a hole. You can see that, oh, you can't because I'm in the way. There. So if I move this over a little bit, you can see this hole. You're going to line your turtle up with the hole. Each one has their own hole. Line that up with the hole, and then you'll be able to knock this part out. You should be able to knock that part out there, Chris. And that's it. So this is the nut part of it, and basically how this goes together inside of here if you didn't have all this other stuff in the way. So you have this going up, goes into the slot that's here on the turtle. That holds that in place, but allows this to spin back and forth. And then you have this that's going to go on top, and that is going to sit on there, basically to kind of think of it as a washer. And then your bolt is going to go, well, your lock washer and your bolt are both going to go through there. I've turned it sideways so you can see a little better, hopefully. But your lock washer and your bolt will be like this. So you've got this nut coming up through the bottom, the blade going on it, the top lock piece or washer piece, however you want to call it, on there. Then your lock nut and your bolt go through it, and that's it. Now, I'm going to replace just the top piece because that's the only piece that's broke. I don't replace these nuts. Oh geez. I don't replace the nut on it unless it needs it. So if there's a reason, such as it's broke, like this top piece is, I'll replace it. But other than that, I don't replace things unless they're actually broke or show signs of they're worn. Now the smart thing to do here is to look at these two together, because they're going to have, there's different, basically different angles that they can be at. So you can see those two are the same angle. However, if I grab one that's actually supposed to be for the other side, you'll notice that they don't go together. They clearly are the same angle, but in different directions. And that is not what you want, because if you do something like that, it's not going to cut right. If I put those two right on top of each other like that, right, see how they're flat against each other? But if I do the same thing with the wrong one, you can see that these are a different angle, and no matter how I turn it, it is not going to change the fact that they're just not the same blade. Put that through there just like so. Make sure, yep, it spins like it's supposed to. Good deal. So we're going to put this through the bottom just the same way it came out. Put it into that slot from the turtle. Put our new piece on right here. Put our lock washer and our bolt through there. Tighten them down. Rinse and repeat. So I got to do that 13 more times, and then we are good to go. If you use an impact, you won't have to hold the turtles. But if you get it too tight, these won't spin freely. So that's kind of a good way to know, like, oh, yep, it's too tight or too loose. That's actually. That's better. Now that I've shown you the process, I'm going to get to this because this takes a lot of time recording and make videos for you guys, which I don't mind, but I really do need to get this done so I can get cut.
Stupid boss, always sitting there watching me, making sure I don't do dumb things. Sometimes she invites her friends to watch me too. It's weird. They even got a tiny supervisor. Yeah, I'm working on it. Alright? You give me 10 tasks to do, no time to do it, and then you expect me to pet you all at the same time? You're the worst boss ever. Anybody else have to work in these conditions? It's rough. Ha! Just like that, they're all changed out and ready to go cut.